90 days series. If you are a psychologist and you have stumbled upon this Instagram live, your life is about to change like so many other psychologists and counselors. If you're looking to begin your counseling practice, post your master's in psychology, this is the Instagram live that you have to watch. I am inviting another PDP trainee of mine who is still inside the program doing a lot of magic in the lives of her clients, and you have to hear how. Let's quickly go. Let's hear from Anchal, and yeah, let's go. Series to change your life 2024 itself. Step inside a whole different psychologist. This is a series that you have to be a part of. Stay tuned with me. I'm IST. I'm interviewing two of my trainees every single day. These psychologists and counselors are changing lives. Anchal is here. Hi, Anchal.
Hi, how are you, ma'am?
I am good. How are you?
Good too. I'm good too.
Okay, Anchal, you.
Am I audible?
You- Can you hear me?
Better now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can. Awesome, Anshul. Let's go. I want to hear about your story. Share it with inside the field of psychology. How did you find PDP? What was the before and after? Let's get started.
Okay, so I'll start from the beginning. So I come from a very small place. It is not very like taking anything apart from science is a sin. Let me start from there. And my family usually calls me the queen of unconventional choices because any decision that I've ever taken has been different from what anybody has ever done around us. So when I was in my 8th standard, I said, "नहीं मैं तो arts ही लूँगी, मुझे arts ही करना." And everybody was like, "What will you do? You are a good student." And I knew I was not a good student, honestly. Till my 9th and 10th, I was very average. So I was like, don't give me jhuta dilasa, and it's okay. I want to take arts and I want to do literature. That's where I actually boarded the train that literature is my calling and I want to do literature because I loved writing. So then I took arts in my 11th standard, and then later I dropped another bomb. I want to go to Mumbai and study because arts has no scope over here. And everybody again question mark was like, कोई कभी नहीं गया है, तुम कैसे जाओगी, क्या करोगी, अकेली रहोगी. I was like, I'll manage, let me do it, don't stop me. And my mother was very supportive, genuinely. Everybody else was quite skeptical. And so I left for Bombay, and I was not going. Psychology was not in my list till I don't know where. I had it in my 11th and 12th standard, but psychology was never something that I wanted to actively do. So I go to my college. Okay, because when I heard psychology, it sounded kind of cool, and I was like, ठीक है, अब literature और psychology के साथ उसे philosophy मिल रहा है, तो ये ले लेते हैं. So that's how it began. And when I started studying the subject, till then there was no idea that therapy happens and you like these kind of things happen. And when I started studying, it was like I love this subject. And also, by the time it so happened that I had met somebody who was really close to our family, and she was a PhD in literature, and she told me that if you're confused between these two subjects, and if you're liking literature just because you like to read and write, go for the other subject. You can read and write all your life, but psychology is something that is very different, and it sounds cool, sure, but there are a lot of other things around it that you're going to love. And when I started it, and then again another bomb was dropped on my family that no, I'm not going to take literature, I'm now going to take psychology. So that's how it started. And then imagine that kind of ignorance that I didn't even know that till my second year that you have three different major fields in our country, like clinical counseling and IO. That's how I got to know this in my second. So and yeah, then I completed my master's there's a lot of between what to take, what not to take, which major for, and then I landed up on counseling. So that's how it happened.
Amazing. So then, when you finished your masters in psychology, everything happened. फिर उसके बाद क्या हुआ?
उसके बाद तो सब मैजिक ही हुआ. So basically, so I never comment on any reel, okay? Like no reel, no viral reel. आप मेरा comment कहीं नहीं देखोगे. आप कब मतलब मैं लिख के दे सकती हूँ पेपर पे कि कहीं नहीं होगा मेरा comment. And I was really I came back because when I came back, so my PhD, but at the same time, I just didn't want to sit home. So I was like juggling because here counseling and school counselor. I figured out a few schools. I was selected in one school, but somehow the timings were too much for me. So I was like, okay, we will figure out what happens. And then I'm sitting here only, exact this place. I'm sitting and I'm scrolling, and your reel comes on my page, okay? And I still remember you're wearing a black top in that reel, and it's a bright sunny morning. And I'm like, you said just, and it read write PDP in comments. I was like, करना तो है पर आज तक कभी किया नहीं है तो करूं या नहीं करूं. तो फिर मैं सोचा चलो ठीक है एक बार करके देखते हैं. तो I just typed and I contemplated for 2 minutes. Should I keep that comment or should I delete that comment? Because I was like, nahi, ab kiya hai to let's just, because I've done it, let's just not take it back. And then I get your text around 11:30 and asked a few questions. And when you ask a few questions, at that moment, I was sure that you know what you're doing. It's just not that you're gathering crowd कि हाँ orientation call है करेंगे नहीं. You know what you're doing. You're asking people, and it also kind of it just puts out there that you know the kind of people you're also taking in your circle and the filtration you are also doing from your end. So like, so I typed that message, and I slept. I slight smile because I realized a lot of things in that course of those 3 questions. A lot of things actually came in front of my eyes because तब तक ऐसा self realization का point तो था ही नहीं. उसके बाद orientation call. It was for 90 minutes, and you said if you want to join the course, इतना time है आपके पास और आप फिर the call ended and I turned to my mother and said, I want to do this. And she was like, okay. I said, yeah, but I texted you also regarding this and you were very kind to tell me take your time. So at that point I was like, अभी मेरा मास्टर्स हो गया, अभी मुझे पापा को नहीं बोलना है कि मुझे ये करना है. So I was वहां पे मेरा अटक गया था कि मैं करूं या नहीं करूं. So I thought of asking my father and I texted you, said, ma'am, I don't want to ask my father for money. What should I do? Should I wait for another batch to start? You said, talk to your father and let me know. I was like, okay, okay. So he came home and that day somehow he was very late and I think he must be stressed. So हमारा उस बारे में बात ही नहीं हुआ. I texted you that night only. I was not able to talk to him, but I want to do this. So I will do it. Just do me one favor that I will not pay you एकदम अभी. Just give me some time. So you were like, okay, ठीक है चलेगा, no problem. So I opted for one more. You had given 2 more and I opted for the other. And luckily, that same week I got the job. And I was like, ये तो मतलब stars ही align हुए हैं. तो मतलब ये तो बिल्कुल मतलब ये तो करना ही पड़ेगा. So,
oh my god, that level of manifestation.
Exactly.
You just made a decision.
Yeah, and this, and you know कि आप जब बोलते हो ना, जब when you talk, I also told this to you, your voice has that conviction that you know what you are doing. It's not something कि oh हाँ चलो we'll do a course, we'll sit together for 6 months every week and then हो गया. So and even now after every session I don't feel drained. And personally, I have, professionally is different, I have seen a lot of growth there also, but personally as a person I have healed from so much, and I learned so much. Like last week, we did NLP. My procrastination has gone down to 90%. I worked on procrastination with my partner, and my procrastination, I'm not even kidding, it's gone down. It's I can't even find it. It's so down there. Abhi mil bhi nahi raha hai. So it is, and there are a lot of things that I have healed from personally. And as a person, I feel more fulfilled, more confident. As simple as drawing boundaries. I have struggled for decades to draw my boundaries, to answer when it is required, to say no when it is required, to not accept anything that the other person throws at you. I was not confident enough. And I know, I just last, this Annapurna was saying that it looks too good to be true, and I can understand from the outside it does look too good to be true, but come and witness today. So we have this community group of new people from the LinkedIn, and two people messaged on that group about PDP, and I was like, yeah, I am attending. Ask me. So literally they're sitting in my DMs, and I'm like, wait, I am going for that interview. I'll come back and I'll let you know. Them on the group that no, if you're missing, अगर थोड़ा सा भी अंदर लग रहा है कि करना है तो प्लीज करो, अगर नहीं वो आपका इनर कॉलिंग है, बट अगर इतना सा भी लग रहा है तो उसको मत सप्रेस करो, जस्ट गो फॉर इट, जस्ट डू इट, एंड यू विल रियलाइज हाउ it changes your life. And as a person who comes from zero guidance, and as a person who's just a fresh graduate, आप इतना dabble to just find one credible resources that gives you credible results, that give you a face of the person you can approach when you, if anything goes wrong. So it is not just video recordings, it is not just course कर लो, assessment दे दो और आपको certificate मिल जाएगा. बाहर से people assume this field to be like that, but so much more than that. And I think you've really given it to us every week consistently, 3 hours per day. You have done that, and we're very, I mean, I say this on behalf of everybody that we're very thankful, because I can personally see a lot of growth which I genuinely thought was not possible in a matter of 5-6 months.
What expectations from PDP and what is the experience? उसमें क्या difference है या क्या same है दोनों?
I think expectations, jab, I mean perspective, when you listen to that orientation call, you will expect very less, and Vaishali ma'am is going to over deliver. I can promise you that. Like, she is going to give you what you ask for, and more and more and more, because I genuinely say this from a very pure perspective, not just because you are right in front of me, but you are really giving a lot of hope and a lot of support to a lot of people. As I see Rupali ma'am, I see Anshu ma'am, they're putting reels, they're talking, we are talking outside the, after the sessions, we are meeting one-on-one, and that genuine curiosity, and see, everybody is what you bringing so many good people together into a community that is so positive. So I think anything you expect from PDP आपको ज़्यादा ही मिलेगा. तो आप ये तो मतलब पक्का है.
Wow, I mean, you have a very different vibe and energy, answer. Like, I am able to feel it. So after, now I want to hear more about ki, were you taking counseling sessions for PDP? Was that happening? If yes, what is the difference now? कुछ case studies अपने clients के आप share कर सकते हो with everybody for them to know what is the level of transformation you're bringing in the lives of others.
So as a part of my master's, I did my mentorship under a clinical psychologist, and when we used to see her talking on that chair, she was like, ये कहाँ से आया, ये कहाँ से इनको, मतलब from where does she know what to do and how to do it. And And that was giving us a lot of inspiration, sure, but it was also adding to my imposter syndrome ki they were able to sit on that chair and deliver. There's a lot of pressure. So I ठीक है. So again, my master's completed and I was really unsure of even tell someone कि मैं लूंगी therapy या मैं सोच रही हूँ therapy लेने के लिए. I still remember I had done one session before joining PDP. Session with a client, I was kind of lost. I did not know how to ask the right questions. Confidence बिल्कुल नहीं था. And even I had discussed with my mother कि what should I charge? How much should I charge? Should I charge this much? Will it be too much? I had this discussion with my sister. Then comes the mindset module. I was like, मैं तो इतना charge करूंगी ही जिसको जो करना है करो. And again, like I said, my confidence, my mindset has shifted really. Like I don't know what degree, 360 degree भी बहुत छोटा ही होगा to say, but it has shifted drastically because that confidence that I have in myself, when I sit in front of a client, I know what I'm doing. I am not lost. I don't prepare for hours now. I know, and I'm not even scared कि अभी अगर इन्होंने कुछ बोला और मुझे नहीं आया तो I know what I'm doing, and I'm very sure कि maybe I have to run through my notes a little bit, but I know what I'm doing. I don't even have that feeling in me कि am I charging too much? Am I not giving that much to them? I think I've gained a lot of personal confidence, professional confidence. Boundaries मैंने बहुत अच्छे से बनाई हैं. So I had one client, and she was constantly, not turning up on time. ठीक है, मतलब अगर 6:30 का सेशन है तो मैं अगर 6:25 कॉल नहीं कर रही हूँ तो वो आएंगे ही नहीं. उनका ऐसा था. And like constantly cancelling on the last moment. So I waited 2 times. Third time she cancelled. My last message to her is okay. I did not go back to her. I did not tell her. I was trying to understand her situation also, but I was also gaining कि नहीं, मतलब नहीं, this is not aligning with what I want to. Because अगर आप 10-15 मिनट लेट आ रहे हो तो मेरा आगे का भी तो स्केड्यूल का सोचो. आप मुझे इन्फॉर्म भी नहीं कर रहे हो. तो it took a lot of me to stop there, but I stopped there. And she had come via my mother, so I told my mother, see, this is the problem. If she's going to come to you, don't say this to her, just tell her कि नहीं, वो उसका professional approach है, वो उसका तरीका है काम करने का. I cannot say anything to her. But I told her that no, I'm not going to let anybody cross that boundary कि नहीं, आप बार once or twice understandable, but आप अलग अलग तरीकों से constantly अगर उस चीज को break करोगे तो नहीं, मैं नहीं करूंगी. So that confidence, मैं बोल सकती हूँ 3 महीने पहले मेरे में जीरो था. नो बोलने का कॉन्फिडेंस जीरो था. मैंने कभी अपने मम्मी को भी ना नहीं बोला है. So मतलब
Oh my God.
you are learning things. I said, yeah, I'm learning good things now. So a lot of
This is
things
so
have
good.
changed.
Hmm.
And I also work as a school counselor, so there also I see a lot of change in my behavior, mannerism, like how I sit on my chair and I do and deal with my students. So they also feel that sense, because if I am confident तभी मैं उनको deliver कर पाऊंगी. अगर वो
So
वहां पे
good.
आके उनको लग रहा है कि इसी को नहीं पता है ये क्या कर रही है, so फिर there is no point. So now I don't feel that sense of, that mask that I'm putting. No, this is the face you're seeing and this is the face that is delivering. So that shift has been there.
So do you want to share more of your, client case studies? Maybe some of the best feedbacks that you've received from your clients so far, or even students, like now that you're working with as a school counselor, or कुछ ऐसा case which you're super proud of कि I've done this, I am an expert.
Yeah. So the first case, the first client was a distant acquaintance of mine, and she was looking for therapy. But I don't know, she had this kind of thing with me कि नहीं मुझे आपके साथ ही करना है, and she waited for me to complete my masters, get my degree. She was that, I was like अब किसी के पास चले जाओ, but नहीं. And she, like, I shared it in the group so, and you know, she had stopped painting for 5 years. The trauma, the things that made her happy, she had just kept them aside. She was pursuing her BDS, and after that she just didn't, you know, she didn't want to do, and she had lost that hope in general. And then when she started seeing me third or fourth session, she sends me a text ki 5 years and it is all thanks to you. So heartwarming feeling that someone has trusted you so much and you were able to give it back to them. That is one thing that makes me very, very emotional even now, because you know, when you sit there and people tell you that you're making a difference, it is a very big thing. The whole day you're running around the house. So I know this is like, this can sound a little, but it is such a just starting off. Then another case. So I had this student, okay, and she was, so from when I joined, she was very silent, very not talking at all, nothing. And the teachers were constantly reporting that she has a huge fear. Like earlier, she should give it back to the teachers. She's in. So I started working on her, and in 13 days, I was able to figure out her problem. I was able to point out her problem. She was being abused basically, and I was able to help her figure it out. I was able to help her guardians figure it out. The teachers got to know, the management got to know. Chirpy and say that I see her is a reminder that, you know, कि हो सकता है. It's not like she'll come and she'll ask you questions. If someday I go to the class and she's talking, and then she'll come to me, हाँ आज आपने मुझे नहीं डांटा, आज आपका मूड अच्छा है. So she's like that. But when I saw her in the beginning, she was so silent, so mellowed down. So she is a walking reminder to me every day that yeah, things are going good. There's one more child. So he was like, he's also very small. So when I joined school, fourth or fifth day, one boy comes into the sick room bleeding from the nose, okay, and everybody is gathered and everything, and turns out that boy has hit him, punched him on his nose. So I told everybody to just stop. I will deal with him. Something has to go wrong for him to be so angry. Turns out nothing was going wrong. Okay. I called that boy. Why are you so angry? Because past 3 days, he was being constantly sent back home because of rude behavior or this kind of bullying behavior and causing disturbances in the class and everything. So I tell him what is the problem, and he didn't speak. I said, okay, you also don't speak, I'll also don't speak. Whenever you're comfortable, you can talk. I'm sitting here only. He waited and then he started crying. And I was like, what happened? Why are you crying? And then he says, ma'am, I only know this because they make me angry and then they say that they have done nothing. I said, okay, taught you to beat somebody when you're angry. So then he goes back to telling me that when he was in nursery and KG1, boys used to, you know, like gather him in a circle and he used to hit him up. So most of his reflexes come from there. So when I worked with him on that, now he's such a changed person, and out of everybody in the school, he'll come to me if he has a problem, and he'll only listen to me when there is a problem. So everyone will come to me that please explain it to him. He's not listening. I said, he's not listening is not the problem. The way you're dealing with him is the problem. All he needs is a little bit of affection. That is it. Nothing else. There are a lot of small things like this that keep on happening. The best part is every kid in school from standard 1 standard 9, they come to me for anything. As simple as something has happened at home, as simple as something has gone wrong in life. They have fought with a friend. I have solved fights sitting in front of me, 2 girls, 2 boys. I said, now you fight. Now you fight, sort it out, and then go to class. So so many
Wow.
things happen, and they just make sitting in that chair justified that I'm able to deliver. One more amazing case is I had first organic client from Insta up, and he said, I just want to take sessions, and I've been dealing with anxiety and depression. I was like, okay, let me just go back home and get back to you, because I was in school. So then later I called him, I talked to him, and then he ghosted me. 1 month, nothing. Again, after 1 month, he came back, and he same thing. I said, okay, okay, now let's work on it. We sat together, we figure out his problem. He's 31 right now. He's been facing it ever since he was 15 years old. And every day he used to have anxiety attacks. Every day was panic attack. No day without an SOS. He couldn't go to the hospital. Now, the situation after, I think, not even 3 months, 2 months or 1.5 months, he's able to go every day to office without worrying of an anxiety attack, without having to worry of a panic attack, without worrying if anything. Like, he's able to do meditate. I have made a pattern with him, and now he's able to meditate for 10 minutes straight every morning. He has a shift in his
Wow.
schedule. He's able to exercise every day. And I think when he told me that my change is like, I wish you had graduated earlier, and I was able to meet you earlier, so that I would have dealt with it earlier. And I said, no, this is the right time. Abhi aapka jo maturity hai, maybe wo tab nahi tha, but now he smiles in the session. The first session, when I met him, he didn't even smile. Second session, no smile. Recent session, day before yesterday, he was smiling like a child, and it was so fulfilling. Like, I didn't tell him that day, but like, I have never seen you smile so much, and it's making me happy. So every day, I just really grateful that I was put in a position like this, that I'm able to do what I always wanted to do. I just couldn't figure out the way, and somehow the way has come to me. But it's amazing.
Wow. Anjal, you are a living miracle for your clients. So, wow. So, Anshul, now I want to know, since like I said, we have named this series Limitless in less than 90 days. You are inside PDP. I think it has been less than 90 days to you. You started seeing miracle before even stepping in, the very week you got the job. So, I want you
Yeah.
to share with everybody that what is the secret, of changing the life? For example, if I look at it from my perspective, maybe it was that conviction, that decision you made, whether or not you
Correct.
had the money, you made a decision. This is I deserve this thing, and that's how you attracted that. And then you got a job, and now you are where you are. You're living your life purpose. So one is the PDP element of it, but there is also an answer element of it. Maybe the
Correct.
conviction, the embodiment, feeling that you're worthy of it. I wanted to share both of that with our audience so that they understand ki, before PDP, what do you need to be so that you can leverage PDP to
Yeah.
100%. So tell us both, answer element and the PDP element.
So from my perspective, if you genuinely, this is not a line, but if I can do it, you can do it. I'm really telling you this because I was very underconfident. I was procrastinating things, and I had cold feet before doing anything. Seriously speaking, like, even when I texted you about, ma'am, I want to do it, I had cold feet. Now I'm going to meet you live. I did not have cold feet. So huge shift has come. My element was, thankfully, that day when I told you, ma'am, I want to do it, I did not surrender to my cold feet. And I think genuinely what I've learned also inside PDP, that आप अगर सोचोगे तो ही होगा. आप अगर सिर्फ बैठ के बोलोगे होना चाहिए, नहीं. If you personally feel that you deserve it, you should get it, and you will do things to get it. Like you said, you will give us 1000%, but उसके लिए हमें भी आपको कुछ देना पड़ेगा. It can't be like we'll just sit and you just give us, and we'll just, no, that does not happen, because अगर अंदर से नहीं आ रहा है, even in the first few weeks I also struggled, but अगर मैं अंदर से, if I will be open to accept करना भी आना चाहिए, प्यार मिलता है तो उसको accept करना भी आना चाहिए. So it's just that. And PDP element to it, I would say every element is, I think every element in PDP is a huge different thing in itself, a whole different thing. You have a community that celebrates you even when you get one new client inquiry. So you imagine what they are going to celebrate when you really achieve amazing things. And I think it solves that, like, again, like Annapurna said, she said, you don't feel competitive, you feel happy for each other. You don't feel हाँ इसका हुआ तो मेरा क्यों नहीं हुआ. No, why? उसका हुआ बहुत अच्छी बात है. अब उससे पूछते हैं ना कि उसने कैसे किया ताकि मैं भी कर सकूं. So you know that feeling PDP has really given us, because not everybody is open to asking the other person also कि हाँ बताओ कैसे किया. The other day I texted Dr. Anshu, I want to make workshop things, बताओ कैसे करूँ, help me. And she was readily available. हाँ बोलो कब करना है, we'll do it. And you know this, again, like I said, everybody is a nice person, but collectively coming together and making an amazing community is what PDP is going to give you. Again, MPP broadcast, oh my god, so many times, like, how does she know I needed to hear this today? Like, अभी करना पड़ेगा. Some days you're so lethargic and suddenly ma'am is going to say, no, if you had thought about it today, तो अभी करो. Don't wait for it. It is also going to give you so many different stories, so many different definitions. People are doing so amazing individually, and everybody is nice, and everybody is kind, and everybody is giving. Nobody is going to think twice before helping you. Nobody is going to think twice before giving you a resource that they have. Something as simple as a resource, वो नहीं सोचता है. मतलब genuinely out of what people think. I don't know what stops them from keeping that resource to themselves, but people think they will not give you. I don't know why. So a lot of, I personally feel it is also life coaching program for you. And वो बोलते हैं ना, practice what you preach. जब तक आप खुद पे नहीं करोगे, you will not know the impact of that one particular voice note, the impact of that one particular worksheet, one particular class. आप जब खुद करोगे तब आपको realize होगा कि इसमें कितना power है. So I think all of these things and so many different things, everyone, you've asked me today, there's so many of us, everybody you ask, everybody is going to have such amazing things to say to you. Because genuinely, if somebody asks me, Bahar, I have no one thing to point out that this is something that did not go right in PDP. Everything is going right. You need help, it is there. You need resources, it is there. You need guidance, it is there. What else do you need? अब clients तो आपको ढूंढने पड़ेंगे. बाकी everything is there. Personal growth, professional growth, again, getting a group to practice something as simple as that, and urge of wanting to. इन्होंने 4 worksheet के लिए, चलो मैं भी आज एक आधी करके देखती हूँ कि maybe something ठीक है ना. I'm sitting only, let's do something. Like I said, my procrastination has gone. I'm saying now it's gone down. Except for not genuinely having time, I'm not procrastinating even one single bit. हाँ ठीक है, 10 minutes कर पा रही हूँ तो 10 minutes करती हूँ, but let me just do it. And I want to, like I said, I don't want to have PDP another thing that lies in my thing. It is going to be a feather in my cap. I promise you that, because it has genuinely changed my life in a lot of ways. Personally, professionally, emotionally, mentally, everything. Even so past few years I've gained a little bit weight. So worked on that also. Like, ठीक है ना, मतलब अभी नहीं हो पा रहा है, थोड़े टाइम बात करेंगे, जब टाइम होगा तब करेंगे. So this kind of positivity is also come. My pessimism radar has gone again down, deep down. Nothing pessimistic on my mind. मतलब मुझे याद भी नहीं लास्ट टाइम व्हेन आई हैव थॉट ऑफ समथिंग पेसिमिस्टिक कि ये गलत होगा या नहीं हुआ. तो नहीं होगा, अभी नहीं होगा, बाद में होगा, थोड़े टाइम बाद होगा, रुक कर होगा, बट होगा. If I think I want to do it, I'll be able to do it. No questions asked.
Wow. So I think it is, that determination. So what I have picked up so far is, chalo, PDP element everybody heard. But what I've also picked up is that when Anchal decides to do something, one, she's quick. She's just like me. I deserve this. I've got to do this. Let me figure out how. And
Yeah.
universe also conspires with her to figure it out how. And once she is in, she actually puts in her 100% into doing those things. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि कोर्स ज्वाइन कर लिया तो अब मैं कुछ करूंगी नहीं. You're actually working like you
Yeah.
worked on your procrastination. Procrastination पे work करना, I think it's more difficult than working on anything else because you procrastinate even working on that.
Yeah.
So amazing answer. I am super proud. What would you like to say to anybody who is on the fence to join PDP and who wants to become a successful psychologist? And like I said, 2025 is less than 90 days
I
away.
think
What is
again,
the message?
if you think this aligns with you from not being inside the program, if it aligns with you from that outer person perspective, even 1%, just go for it. Don't think about it, because I think the program has that kind of energy जो आपको अट्रैक्ट करेगी अगर आप में भी उस एनर्जी को कंट्रीब्यूट करने का you have that inner work done, that you also want to give back, you also want to take what is given to you. So if it aligns with you even 1%, even for 1 second, just go for it. I think things that you do instinctively and that you do with that one gut feeling, they work out the best for you. And I understand, because I've been there कि confusing लगता है कि क्या करे, कैसे करे, होगा नहीं होगा. But I promise you that if you have that conviction of taking home things every day, every weekend, every session that you do, every module that you watch, I'm telling you, 90 days बाद में हूँ, आप 60 days में ही यहाँ पे होगे. because again, the program has a lot of things to offer. It has a lot of things to give to you. वापस लेते आना चाहिए and उस चीज को यूटिलाइज करना आना चाहिए आपको. If you know only that much to give your effort and your genuine work into accomplishing things, nothing can stop you from doing that, because from all that I've taken, it is not a competitive space at all. There is space for everybody to succeed and everybody to do their work, and there is space for everyone to achieve amazing things and get acknowledged for it. I promise you will not get lost in the crowd of be it many people in that Zoom meeting. You will still be acknowledged as one person and you will still be celebrated for your success.
Absolutely. This is so amazing, Anchal. I am super proud of you for having come so far. And so now I reflect back. I've taken 4 interviews since yesterday, which will be posted, of course, in parts. But one thing that I've noticed is everybody's journey of stepping inside PDP. Like you said, I instinctively got that thing that I have to comment on this post. For Dr. Ashu, she waited for 2 years, for some or the other reason. And when she got it, she just got it. She's so grateful that MPP is a part of it now. Then I think Jigisha yesterday said, she said, I was in the train. Tabhi maine decide कर लिया, I have to do it and I just made the payment.
Yeah.
And you also got the job. Now you decided to do it and then you got the job. So this, I think it's energy alignment
Yes.
to a very huge extent.
Yes.
And that's also what our trainees are seeing in their clients. They're not attracting any random XYZ person who doesn't value them. We are also attracting similar kind of clients who value our expertise and are happy to pay us.
Yes. And I have really genuinely saying, when you said this the first time, that you're going to attract the clients, the kind of clients you want to attract, I was confused. But then when I saw this happening, when I was doubtful, my clients were doubtful. When I was sure, my clients were equally sure. People who were not sure were filtered in the initial stage. After that, I was meeting people who were equally sure about me. So there's a lot of, what you feel, you attract. So that is definitely there.
Absolutely. Very true. So, yes, with this, we will now wrap up. I think we also have our PDP class at 7. I hope my Wi-Fi works by then. Thank you so much, Anchal. It was so lovely. You are a different inspiration. Everybody's an inspiration, but every is a very different kind of inspiration for everybody. So, for example, for Annapurna, I said her persistence was that inspiration. For you, that commitment and the dedication, I've decided something instinctively, I'm going to follow it. I think if anybody aligns with these types of, ways of operation, PDP can do wonders for them. So thank you so much, Anchal.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Meeting you.
Same here. Thank you so much, guys. We are going to meet tomorrow again at 4:30. We are going to interview 2 more of our PDP trainees. This series is going to go on. I have more trainees coming to me, and they're like, "We also want to interview. We saw this person's interview. Now we are also in the row." So I am super excited. I will be meeting you for many more days live. This is your chance to be in the energy of these successful psychologists who are literally changing. They're actually guiding the pathway, I would say, of the entire counseling psychology industry. बहुत कम psychologists हैं, most of them are struggling. These people are guiding the way this is possible for you as a counseling psychologist, and they're making it possible for you as well. So meet me again tomorrow at 4:30, and if you know where to, if you feel like Anshul said, this aligns with you even 1%, DM me to apply for PDP, and I'll see you inside. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Bye-bye.